What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Rich, back to bring your MLB props for Wednesday, August 17th. Yesterday, we brought out the brooms, had a clean sweep. Ronald Acuna Jr. drew 4 walks, which had me stressing, but he got it done for us. As well, Alex Bregman had a great game, and Luis Rengifo came through and homered off Robbie Ray to have a sweat-free dub. So I hope you guys made a ton of money yesterday. Don't go blowing it all in one place. This is a process, right? So the biggest thing for me is I want to provide as much information as possible. I will give you the picks when you win. Super happy, and shout out to everybody who reached out and said thank you. Obviously, I appreciate that. Hope to get you guys some more winners today, but just don't go blowing all that money in one place. That's what I'm here to say. Risk allocation. Don't go crazy. I have the information here to give you the picks, but just make sure that you do allocate your risk, and when you hit big, don't go spending it all, because I've been there before. But let's dive into the picks right now, because we have some good ones again today, and I will be telling you I'm rolling with Bregman again today. I do like him up against Kopech. But my favorite play probably is actually Brian Reynolds up against Rich Hill. Rich Hill has been really bad of late, really bad. First inning, he's been, okay. But after that, he really has fallen off the map. We know that the Boston Red Sox bullpen is not good, and they haven't been able to stop people from scoring runs. And so for me, I think I'm playing Brian Reynolds today as probably my favorite play. You see him on the thumbnail, projected for almost 12 points, 6.5 line on PrizePicks. One of my favorite plays for sure. You just see green across the board. The pitch factor, the park factor, the PVAL factor, everything that I look for in a play is there for Brian Reynolds. So he is my first core play. You see Josh Rojas up there against Carlos Rodon. I'm not going there, man. I don't really want to get in bed with Josh Rojas. He has been really good. He's only got a line of 4.5, but I don't think I want to do that up against Rodon. He is 0-2 versus Rodon, so it's just not a play I want to make right now. Then getting into Randy Arozarena, the guy that I just have not been able to trust. Hit a 3-run home run yesterday, looking fantastic. You see what he's doing right now. 11.64 over the last 14 and 13.67 over the last 7 days, largely due to the long ball. He's been hitting a ton of home runs. And for me, I like him. I just don't trust him. 6.5, very reasonable number for Arozarena. He can definitely get there. I don't think I want him on my cards. If you want to flex him in there, like I said yesterday, if you want to flex him in there, I think he's a fine flex play as well. I think Acuna is a fine flex play if you want to throw him in there. Kirk, another guy I think you could flex in there if you wanted to add a guy to a flex play. But I can't quite get there for those guys. My next core guy has to be Manny Machado. Manny Machado has been on fire. He's been playing so well. 1.69 hits, 3 total bases, a run or an RBI, a run. Almost an extra base hit every single game over the last 14 days. Machado has just been dynamite so far. And so he's up against Pablo Lopez today. Pretty good pitcher, but I think he can get the best of him. You see the pitch value factor is not great, but I do think that Manny and the San Diego Padres can really get on him early and have a good game today. So I do like Manny Machado. I do think the matchup is going to be tough, but I do like what I'm seeing from him overall, and I think he's got a really good shot of going over 7.5 in this matchup. You see he's done that a lot recently. He's just been getting super hot. I think that can continue. And as well, he has the pieces around him to really help him score runs, get on base for RBIs, all those things. So I really like Machado in this matchup. Ian Happ is a guy I don't mind playing today. Again, I think he's more of a flex option. You see the 12.5 points over the last 7, largely driven by that 30 bomb when he hit the 2 home runs a few days ago. But again, I think against Washington, Corey Abbott, there's a lot of things to like here. You see the P-Val factor. Corey Abbott's been getting shredded, and Ian Happ has been demolishing pitches that he throws. You see the fastball is the big one here, but also positive in the cutter and the curveball. So a lot of things positive for Ian Happ. Don't mind him, but again, I don't think I'm all in on him. Alex Bregman, though, I'm back in, man. I'm in the flames. The only thing that concerns me with Bregman is that Kopech gets the best of pretty much every hitter on Houston. When you look at the P-Val factor, you see that Bregman he's 1 for 3 against Kopech, which is nice. I do like that. But then on top of that, you see he's got an advantage in the fastball and the slider. Everyone else on Houston is negative as far as how they've been effective against Kopech's pitches and the frequency to which he throws them. But Bregman's positive. He's looking good. And so for me, I think the way he's playing, the biggest thing with Bregman, he's hitting cleanup, right? So if guys get on base ahead of him, he can drive them in. But on top of that, Kyle Tucker has been on fire, batting right behind him. Yesterday, Bregman hit a double. Then Kyle Tucker hit a double right behind him. Boom, he went over. Done. No questions asked. So I do like Bregman again today. And then, of course, Alejandro Kirk for an under is what we're looking at as far as he's concerned. He's been god-awful. Like, he's been terrible lately. You see 3.36 over the last 14, 1.25 over the last 7. I'm not sure why PrizePicks put him on the slate. You do see he does have a 500 average with 1 RBI against him, but you just see the lack of consistency from Kirk with 7.5 on the board up against Austin Voth today, who is fine. Like, Austin Voth isn't a bad pitcher per se, but the thing is, he's not going to go deep. I've talked about Austin Voth before, how I liked his strikeouts under. He did go over that day, but he's a guy who's going to go 3-4 innings, and then you're up against one of the top bullpens in baseball, right? They traded away their closer in Jorge Lopez, and they still have a really good bullpen. They've been dominating the Jays. The Jays haven't been able to do anything outside of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That's pretty much it. You know, if Vlad's not driving in runs, getting on base, hitting home runs, they haven't been able to do much of anything. And Kirk is one of the big reasons why. He was one of their saviors early in the season when he was playing so well, but it seems like teams have really figured him out, and I do think an under is very much in play. 7.5 is just way too high. Like you see, I have him projected for 3.43, and that's right on line with what he's been doing recently. So I don't think it's crazy to see an under for him. Again, I think more of a flex option. If I was picking three, Brian Reynolds, Manny Machado, and Alex Bregman, that's just the way I'm leaning. You see Bregman's total is going up every day. It's going up every little bit, but I think that he's in a good spot today. Houston needs to win this game in Chicago, and I think they got a really good shot. They need to put up some more runs. They haven't been playing so well. Jordan and Altuve and some of these guys have not been playing overly well, but Bregman and Tucker have really been carrying this offense, and with Tucker batting behind Bregman, not only can he drive in RBIs when guys get on base, but there's someone to bring him in as well to score runs. So I do like Bregman a lot. I love Manny Machado. I think he's got a really good shot. If Pablo has a rough game, we know that San Diego will definitely take advantage of that. And of course, Brian Reynolds up against Rich Hill has a really good shot. I believe that Brian Reynolds also crushes lefties, so I'm not 100% on that, but if my brain is serving me well, I believe that Brian Reynolds does play very well against lefties, and that's part of the reason why I do like him today. So those are the three guys I'm targeting: Brian Reynolds, Manny Machado, and Alex Bregman. Obviously, I gave you some analysis on some other guys that popped in the model, and as always, make sure to drop me a like and subscribe for future content if you appreciate what I do each and every day. And if you tail, give them hell, and if we fail, do not bail. Sweep yesterday, hoping to get another sweep today, but if not, I'll be back tomorrow with more MLB analysis and picks, and I'm out. Peace.